All right, time to envision success here. Yes, our back to school coverage continuing, and today's, it's all about the eyes.
Yes, the eyes have it. We're talking eye health this morning and what parents need to keep in mind to give their kids the best shot they can at a new school year. Joining us on the couch this morning, we have Dr. John Lowry, professor of optometry at Pacific University, with the expert advice you need. Good morning.
Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you here.
Thanks for being here. I feel like eye health is just one of those utmost important things, you know, to make sure that we've checked the box on before kids head back to the classroom. Why is a vision exam an important part of back to school?
So about 25% of school-age children have vision problems that would benefit from correction and obviously help them do better in school.
Yeah.
And considering that 80 to 90% of learning at school occurs through our visual system, it's pretty important.
So how often or how early should a child be getting maybe that first eye exam? Can you start too soon?
No, actually, well, the best time is from 6 to 12 months of age.
Oh,
Really?
wow, that's way
Believe it
younger
or
than I
not,
realized.
yes. People don't realize that infants can be tested. In fact, we use objective tests, but we can test just about everything we can test in an adult. But it does take someone with some experience in pediatrics. But there's plenty of good eye doctors in the Portland area and in the state who are comfortable evaluating preschoolers.
Wow.
Well, and I think this is a good question, especially for parents of young children. What are some good indicators that your child might be dealing with a vision problem?
So things like squinting, obviously, covering an eye. They might complain of problems when they're doing things up close, like eye strain, or they might say they have headaches sometimes. But actually, most of the time, the child doesn't complain at all, because if a child's always had a vision problem, if their vision's always been blurry, how would they know that it's any different than anyone else?
I mean, that's my story. I didn't know that I needed glasses. I'm a little nearsighted. It's you know, it's not enough to interfere with everyday life, but I really do need them when I drive. I didn't know until I got my learner's permit when I was 15, 16 years old.
Really?
I finally, because I couldn't read the street signs. That my dad was trying to teach me the lay of the land, and I was like, I don't know what road we're coming up to.
Those are important to read.
And then once I got to the eye doctor, it actually got a prescription. We're driving around, I'm going, I didn't know you could see leaves on trees. Like, you know, you don't really have something to compare it to always.
Well, just to underscore the importance of vision and learning and the relationship, the Oregon Lions Sight and Hearing Foundation actually screens most of the schools in the state of Oregon. And last year we provided screening for about 192,000 kids.
Wow.
And so our research team at Pacific has been teaming with the Oregon Lions to look at the screening data. And one thing we did is we compared third grade state test scores in children, about 5,000 kids, to their vision screening results. And we found that the children who fail the vision screening score about 11% lower on state tests than children who pass. And if you know anything about state tests, those are the benchmark tests that every third grader has to take. And school administrators make a big deal out of these state tests. If they change 3 to 4% over a year, that's a huge difference. So even though this is an association, it's not, we can't prove cause and effect, it's a pretty clear association.
Yeah, there's a pretty clear association without a doubt there.
Yeah.
So what are those tips and tricks to make sure that we're just up to speed? You know, are screenings still happening in schools, or should people reach out to an optometrist? What's the best way to go about that first step? Yeah,
so if first of all, if you think your child has a vision problem, you shouldn't rely on screenings. Any child who shows outward signs or complains of their vision, they should get a comprehensive eye exam. Because a vision screening isn't going to detect everything. It only can detect about 80% of vision problems with the vision screening. But it's a great kind of catch basin for the kids who don't get eye exams, which is most kids. And so bottom line is, if you think your kid has a vision problem, get them into the optometrist or the ophthalmologist. Most important thing is find an eye doctor who's comfortable with children, which is most eye docs are comfortable, but ask. It's good to ask your doctor.
If they're familiar with pediatrics.
All right. Well, good information there. Good, and to see that, again, that correlation between the impact that it does have on learning, it's important to go get checked up. Doctor, really appreciate your time. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And again, you can see all of that back-to-school health coverage on KOIN.com, and stay tuned for tomorrow when we talk about the vaccines your child needs to attend class. Again, it's right here on AM Extra.
Okay, and because I know I'm going to get a text from my mom in about 5 minutes,